What's up everyone, this one's big. We're breaking down the trailer for The Last of Us Season 2 finale, and there's a lot to talk about. Quick heads up though, spoiler warning for The Last of Us Part 2. If you haven't played the game or don't want to know where the show is heading, skip this one. I'm gonna be talking about some major plot points. I didn't include every single shot from the trailer, just the ones that stood out the most for this breakdown. So we open with Ellie and Dina in the theater. Classic setup. Dina actually looks pretty okay, which is kind of surprising considering that she was seriously injured the last time we saw her. Then we see Dina putting something on Ellie's hand, some kind of good luck charm. It's a quiet, emotional moment. You can feel the tension building. Now based on what we know from the game, Jesse is very likely going to die, killed by Abby. There are a lot of clues pointing that way, but, and here's the twist, they could pull a swap. What if it's Dina instead of Jesse? She does look like she's in pain in one of the shots, but it's hard to say if that's from her previous injury or something new. Still possible. Plus, Jesse shows up more in the trailer than Dina does, but that might just be a misdirect to make us think Jesse's doomed. Now this part is super telling. Jesse and Dina are running through the theater with guns drawn. This lines up almost exactly with the game, literally moments before Jesse gets shot in the face. But here's where it gets weird. Later in the trailer, we see Jesse and Ellie being ambushed, probably by WLF. This scene looks like it happened before the theater attack, which could explain why Jesse is still alive here. And then there's another scene where Jesse says the line, "We're not gonna get in the middle of this war," talking about the Scars versus WLF chaos. Then he says, "I don't want to die out here by people who rip people inside out." This is a huge clue. Like, yeah, it foreshadows Jesse's death, but what if it's not Abby who kills him? What if it's the Scars? What if they literally rip him apart? That means Dina will get Jesse's death from the game, shot in the face, and Jesse gets killed by the Seraphites. Now there's another thing that could connect to why this might happen. We'll come back to that. This is a wild theory, I know, but hey, if it happens, you heard it here first. Now, before I move on, I definitely hope that they have the Ellie and Abby face off in this episode, because if they leave that until season 3, I don't think fans are going to be happy. I mean, fans are expecting some sort of a showdown between these two. Even if it doesn't end with Abby's death, they still want to see those two going at it, and they still want to see Ellie try to kill the person that killed Joel. And this is mostly for non-video game players, TV-only audience. I think that this is going to be particularly important for that. Anyway, let's move on. Next, we've got Ellie aiming her gun at two people near the shore from a distance. It looks like one of them could be Abby, maybe Owen too. One of them is wearing what looks like a tank top, so maybe they're soft teasing Abby's look here without fully showing her yet. This moment might also tie back to Jesse's "I don't want to die out here" line. Maybe this is why he says that. Maybe it's not about Abby or the WLF directly. Maybe it's Ellie who's escalating things and Jesse's trying to pull her back. Which also raises the question again. If Jesse's trying to stop her, maybe it's Dina who dies. This could also be a remix of that moment from the game trailer, you know, the fake out Naughty Dog used, where Joel puts his hands over Ellie's mouth, but it's not actually Joel, it's actually Jesse. Yeah, this could be a nod to that kind of misdirection again. But what's for certain is that they're teasing the Seattle location for the next season. And then there's another interesting shot. There's a shot of Ellie getting captured by the Scars. Now this is super interesting. In the game, it's Abby who gets captured by them. So is the show switching it up? Are they giving Ellie that experience instead? That would be a huge change, but a cool one if done right. And then the trailer ends with shots of a boat heading towards Seattle. pretty sure this is how the season ends. It's almost identical to the game, and here's my theory. The person is Ellie, on her way to hunt down Abby. And that's where season 2 ends. Now for season 3, I think they'll pull a time split. First half of season 3, Abby's POV. Her entire side of the story post Joel's death. Then mid-season, boom, we hit the same boat scene again. But this time it's Abby, heading to Seattle. Moments before Ellie did, which we would have seen at the end of season 2. And then the second half, that's the new timeline. That's what happens after everything from this moment forward. Full circle storytelling, kind of like the game, but even more layered. So yeah, that's the breakdown. Let me know what you caught in the trailer, any hints I missed, what do you think they're changing, and most importantly, who's making it out alive. Drop your theories below. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.